We are in the final 15 minutes of your picket duty. So give me your final thoughts here on how everything went, your experiences, what you've learned.
Well, it went really well. Overall, it went really well. We did have those two big storms, a lot of snow, but I really consider myself fortunate that happened as I was out here because it really gave me the fuller experience. And I learned a lot about how these soldiers lived in the winter. How even the smallest little things can kind of throw you off. Like I said before, losing a button on your suspenders is can be fairly traumatic. uh, Finding out that your wood is too green to burn, definitely a trauma there. But it's been a once in a lifetime opportunity to actually really immerse myself in the 19th century and the winter quarters experience. It's been fantastic. People have been so supportive, and I hope that people who were interested in this story and followed along learned as much as I did.
So what are your plans as soon as you get a ride to leave here?
Well, actually, some friends of mine are going to pick me up, and I'm going to drive down to Gettysburg, and I'm going to have a tintype made. I'm going to sit for a tintype down at Gibson's photo gallery to mark the occasion. So I'll have a real authentic tintype photograph of myself in my uniform with all my whiskers before I get shorn to remember this, and that'll be really nice. We'll post that to the website.
And what what type of modern technology will you be most excited about using again?
I would probably say the piece of technology that I have missed quite a bit and I am very excited about would be plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Although I know plumbing isn't necessarily modern, but definitely a nice shower, among other things, will be at the top of the list. Absolutely.
And television, of course, as you mentioned
Oh yeah.
previously, you're a television junkie.
Yeah, and I've gotten along pretty well without it, so apparently, it may not be as hard a habit to kick as I once thought when I was fully immersed in it all the time. But, we'll see. Maybe I'll kind of limit myself to my TV watching when I get home. But we'll see. I don't know. It'll probably be, a half an hour and I'll be back to my old ways. Who knows? We'll see.
And quite a few people have asked you if you plan to do something like this next year.
Hmm. Right. I would definitely like to do something like this next year, possibly a different scenario, but we did call it In Their Footsteps, and there were a lot of things that these soldiers did over the course of those 4 years that would be really interesting to try and emulate, whether it's marches or staying in particular scenarios as far as bivouac or visiting historic sites, that type of thing. There was so much that they were doing, even not only building winter quarters, but also building signal towers, things of that sort. There were a lot of things that we can definitely draw on to do something interesting for next year. So I'll definitely be putting on my thinking cap for that. And obviously, I would love to take any suggestions that anyone has of something that they would like to see for next year's installment of In Their Footsteps. That would be fantastic.
And one final question. We've been taking donations, of course, before and during this experience. Um, I guess we just wanted to let everybody know that we'll be taking them throughout the end of the year.
Oh,
You know.
absolutely, absolutely. The funds raised from this particular project will go directly to our education department to not only purchase reproduction artifacts that students can actually handle, but to help fund our summer speakers program. the implementation of a distance learning system, basically video conferencing type thing, where students from all over the country, not just locally, would be able to get presentations from us via video link up. So we're definitely we want to start going in that direction as well for those schools that aren't able to travel here. Obviously, I highly recommend coming here to see the museum firsthand, but a lot of times that's just not possible, and we want to make sure that this resource is available to everyone. And so all the proceeds will go to that. And you know, you can donate anytime. Obviously, we're a nonprofit, and you know, we always welcome donations, and the money will definitely go to good use.